Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Sanity stream. The stream where you go to find your news and gain a little bit of your sanity back. I really hope you're enjoying your day. Hopefully your family is safe and everything's going well with you. I got a great show for you today. We're going to be going over some really crazy news. QAnon, the conspiracy group, is making the rounds in the White House media cesspool. We currently have a Republican who is actively trying to win in Baltimore, Maryland. Nuts. And got a really great ad I want to show you for that. And the DNC, just once again, I don't know what is going on with their tech team. I don't know how this is supposed to inspire love and faith and community, but it just seems to be an absolute shit show. And I don't know what else. I can't think of a better word for it. Either way, we're going to start off our news here with QAnon. And for the record, Facebook and YouTube, most likely, because I am talking about this specific conspiracy theory that's going on right now, is going to be linking that in the bottom of the YouTube video as well. But let's just get straight into it. So Q is actually a movement, and funny enough, I've actually seen a bunch of bumper stickers and window stickers down here in Florida of people supporting the Q movement. The Q movement apparently being well known for Donald Trump fighting against cannibals. Yes, cannibals, people that eat people, and pedophiles. That's right, pedophiles. You know, not something that's typically talked to on the mainstream, lamestream media. But let's take a look at the question that was asked. You can check the full clip at TheDonald.Win. Check out TheDonald.Win, great website as well, so let's get into it.
The crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind? Or
Well, I haven't heard.
Well, I'm just wondering, is apparently this conspiracy theory is saying that apparently you're fighting against cannibals and pedophiles. Is that something that's good or bad? Like, I'm really trying to figure that one out. It's kind of a tough question, I know, but let me ask it.
That, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I don't know.
Oh my God, how can you not love this guy? This guy's been in show business his whole life. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, really, honestly. Oh God, this guy is fire. Donald Trump is fire.
If I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there, and we are actually. We're saving the world from a radical left philosophy that will destroy this country, and when this country is gone, the rest of the world would follow. The rest of the world would follow. That's the importance of this country.
Nuts. Donald Trump, once again, not blasting people, who believe in this type of stuff. And really there's been some rumblings. I mean, you see what's going on in Hollywood right now. Everything that went on with Harvey Weinstein, everything that went on with Epstein. The man who was working for Bill Gates in his home being arrested for child pornography. I mean, the world is going absolutely crazy. I don't know what's going on right now, but for some God knows reason, this is a great movement. Regardless of if everything they say is factual or not, if you're able to just get one, if you had one case that is brought because this particular movement is able to curtail and stop children from being trafficked to these freaking monsters, would you not want to get behind a movement such as that? That's just a question. Just a question. Because when you have children that are being trafficked across the border, in particular, they say between 10 and 30,000 children are trafficked across the United States and Mexican border every single year. I mean, that is absolutely disgusting. And this must be stopped. We must protect the children at all costs. So, on to the next story. Let's see. Ooh, speaking of children, my God, what is going on in the world right now? Now, I wouldn't consider myself, the what do they call those guys? Squares, a square. But when we're talking about children, what is going on? Let's take a look at this picture. Cuties. We got a girl bending over here on the left. We got a girl bending down. Apparently in the movie they're twerking. You got a girl fully bent over right here, and it's all under the guise of some sort of hobby or sport. This is sexualization of children. And this, for some reason, is becoming mainstream. Now, I'm not trying to be, someone who pushes against this. I'm totally fine with women who just want to express their sexuality. I've never met a guy in my life who was like, oh man, this girl comes up to her. He's like, man, she just keeps grabbing me. She keeps trying to get me and bring me places and get alone with her. Never seen a guy in my life, never met a guy in my life ever complain about that in my entire life. But these aren't women. These are children. How is this becoming mainstream? This is disgusting. I'm actually not a huge, I'm not really against the whole, teaching children about gay people. There seems to be a lot of blowback that I see, particularly from people on the right, that have a problem when they come out with these like gay cartoons, etc. But I really don't have a problem with that. Because that's totally normal and totally natural, and you're going to meet gay people throughout your life. That's totally fine. But now we're getting to a point where it's just pure and honest sexualization of children. I mean, what are we doing, folks? What are we doing? We pull Gone with the Wind because we say it's racist, and yet for some reason you have these children that are just blatantly being personified as sex objects. And they use the guise of a sport. I don't know. To me, personally, it's disgusting. Maybe not to everyone, but when I see that, it just screams. I mean, look at their faces. I mean, this girl looks like look at this girl on the right. Look at her face. She's like, what am I doing? She doesn't even look comfortable. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but at least for me. And then the name, Cuties. Come on. This is gross. This is gross. All right, on to the next one. DNC once again. I don't know what it is. Outrage from women's and LGBT rights groups as Trump invites man who tortured, raped, and murdered lesbian women to speak at RNC convention. Disgusting. Oh, just kidding. That was the DNC. The killer was a woman, the victim was a man, and no one gives a... You know what? Who am I talking about? Of course, I'm talking about Donna Hilton. Now, you've seen her in Black Lives Matter. You've seen her in the women's marches. But let me just talk to you about what she did back in 1985. And for some God knows reason, people in the DNC are going out of their way to bring this particular woman as an advocate for getting older people out of prison. It's not as if this is a non-violent offender. Maybe this was a drug dealer or someone who didn't, murder someone. Then I can get on board with it. I'm actually against the war on drugs altogether. I think we should legalize all drugs. I'm dead serious. I think all drugs should be legal. I think the war on drugs is an absolute joke. That's a totally different subject, but this isn't that. This is a woman who is convicted of murder, and she is there to speak at the DNC. Are you kidding me? This isn't even like a Michael Vick thing, where he had dogs fight and dogs died and they buried him in his yard. This is an actual human being that was killed. And not just killed. Not just like shot in the head, accident, hit by a car or something. No. Listen. On March 20th, Donna Hilton and 3 female accomplices drugged and kidnapped 62-year-old Long Island real estate broker Thomas Vigilaro. At the behest of Louis Miranda, who thought I'm just going to call him Vig, had cheated him out of $139,000 on a mutual con, in which the two allegedly sold shares in New York City condos and pocketed the money. The kidnappers held Vigilaro prisoner for 15 to 20 days. During that time, 3 men and 4 women, including Hilton, starved, burned, beat, sexually assaulted, raped, and tortured him. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. On April 5th, 1985, Hilton asleep in the next room, Vigilaro died of asphyxiation. 3 days later, his body was found in a trunk in a Manhattan apartment. Absolutely disgusting. This girl had 25 to life. She got out in 27 years, and now she's joining the Women's March on Washington. She's a humanitarian advocating against the release of aging prisoners. I'm for that, but not for murderers. Sorry, not sorry. It's a joke. They didn't just kill this man. They tortured him. They burned him. They took a 3-foot metal pole and they shoved it up his ass. These people are disgusting. They're sick. They are absolutely sick. And the fact that people like this get out of prison is why prison reform took so long. It's like they just keep moving the goalpost. The left just keeps moving the Overton window over and over and over and over and over until they get to the point where they're defending pedophilia. They're trying to get murderers out of jail. And a recent video shows them torturing and murdering animals. Black Lives Matter activists. Absolutely disgusting. Back to the DNC. Speaking of, what is going on? You know, I called out the tech team yesterday, and I wanted to thank you, but I really think they're trying their best, and this is what we got. They're going to show all of the people that are watching this, that are participating in what they think is just a great and wonderful ticket in Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They can't even get, let me see, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. They can't even get 30 people. They can't even get 30 live streams of people to show, yay, Democrats! We hate Trump! Oh my God, guys! This is the best! We got a guy, we got a potato! So we got the vegetables and we got the cops. Isn't everyone excited? Take a look at this picture. You see the pink? Same girl. You see the green? Same girl. Red circles? Same. Is that a girl or a guy? I can't even tell. Oh my God. You can't even get 30 hardcore supporters? You can't get the... Listen, I'm going to teach you how you do it. You get 50 tech feeds. You get 50 live feeds of people. If you're going to do this whole 30 people thing, you are going to pull them up and you're going to pick 30 of them, because inevitably of those 30 people, some of them might lose connection, some of them might black out, some might have internet issues, so you might have issues on your end, but they don't do that. What are we doing, folks? The Democrats have known that this was going to be a virtual convention for months. And yet, for some reason, they can't even get this right. I don't know if you remember the DNC last time around, and the reason why they're doing this whole virtual convention, and I know they're saying Corona, but the real reason is because they don't want the progressives to show up. They don't want people and supporters like Jimmy Dore calling them out on their absolute BS. I'm not even a progressive. But, you know, people like Jimmy Dore, they say the truth. They say how it is and what they believe in. And they don't want to back another corporate globalist hack that's going to sell out America for international reasons, for money. The last time the DNC did this, Bernie supporters walked out. And you know what they had to do? They had to put in white noise and crowd noise. And they had to fill up the DNC with more people because all of the Bernie supporters walked out and refused to back Hillary Clinton. And what happened? She lost. And I think we're seeing history repeating itself. Call me crazy, but I think I see history repeating itself. Let's check it out. George Papadopoulos. Russia! Guys, don't you know? Russia's taking over our elections. Russia is going to come in. The Kremlin is literally in the White House. Don't you know? Trump is a Russian stooge. He's a traitor to the United States of America. Isn't it clear? Isn't it obvious? Listen to the FISA courts. Listen to the Steele dossier that was created by the DNC and Hillary Clinton. They lied. And people with a brain realize they lied. You can see it because it's almost too good to believe. That's really what it is. It's when you see a story and there's not some murkiness to it and there's not some grit behind it and it's not actually based in reality, everything just seems to line up a little too smoothly. Look what happened with the Jussie Smollett case. Look what happened with the Bubba Watson case. Fake hate crimes. And now you have the Russian hoax. Corrupt FBI lawyer who tried to set me up in a 2017 interview is now in the process of pleading guilty in front of a federal judge. How the tide had turned. They tried to show that this man was a CIA asset so that they could spy on him. They lied and changed paperwork and submitted it to the FISA court as if it were fact. And now they're being caught in that lie. And now they're just getting a low-hanging fruit. Don't think this stops here, guys. It goes a lot farther. But we're not going after just the deep state and the left. We're also, maybe not we, but the state is going after the right. Steve Bannon, We Build the Wall organizers, arrested, charged with defrauding donors. Public statements that 100% of the money would be put towards the wall were false, prosecutors say. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a GoFundMe campaign during the whole debacle where the Democrats were trying to block Donald Trump from building a wall on the southern border. I don't know if you know this, and I said it before, but Mexico is cartel run. There's a great Joe Rogan podcast. I can't remember, but this guy particularly, he talks about the cartel. It's literally his area of expertise. Mexico is owned by the cartel. And these people are bloodthirsty monsters. They chop up women and children. They don't care. I forget what it was. MS-13. Wasn't it rape, murder, and control? Rape, murder, control. That's their slogan. Rape, murder, control. Monsters. Truly monsters. Anyway, so Steve Bannon apparently pocketed $1 million during this whole fiasco. And they're going after him. Now, I'm not actually against this. I'm not against going after Bannon. But if we are going to go after people for defrauding, and we're going to be going after donations, we're going to be going after these non-profits, so to speak, why haven't we gone after the Clinton Foundation? I mean, if all things are equal, and I'm totally fine. Hey, I'm fine with the state going after this. If this turns out to be true, I will back it. And I like Steve Bannon. I like the fact he helped Trump get elected. But if we're going to talk about the insidiousness, and we're going to talk about the corruption on the right, then we have to also talk about the corruption on the left. And we have to talk about Hillary Clinton and the Clinton campaign. And the Clinton Foundation. And what happened in Haiti. And what happened to all those kickbacks, to all those governments and those high-level officials, and all the money that they donated to the Clinton Foundation when they thought that she was going to become president. They all ended up with egg on their face. Nuts. I wish them the best. Hopefully this isn't true. I guess we'll see. we'll see what comes out. Hopefully, I will definitely cover the story in the future. But the aim all being they raised $17 million. He apparently pocketed $1 million, and then he went to go pay one of his people, hundreds of thousands or whatever um, and he ended up getting caught. So let's end with something nice, something happy. It just seems like all bad news, gloom, and gloom. But let's end with something cool. This particular ad has gotten 150,000 retweets. It's at 295,000 likes. And this is something that I think a lot of people should get behind. These Democrat-run cities have had their time to try to clean up their act. You look at New York. Riots, burning, murdering, looting, a mass exodus out of a lot of these places. New York, Cuomo saying that he'll buy those millionaires and billionaires a drink if they come back. What a joke. Chicago, literally pulling up the bridges like Batman because of all of the burning and looting and pillaging in the name of reparations. Small businesses, big businesses getting looted. Black-owned businesses getting looted. The irony. Seattle, Chop and Chaz, having those 4 people die in there. And then all of a sudden saying no cops. And when they needed to enforce law and order, you know what they did? They just started hitting people in the head with sticks and bats as they were claiming they were against police brutality. What a joke. And then, of course, you got Portland, who is currently on day 80 plus of riots. Peaceful riots. Burning down police stations. Attacking people. Doming and braining people in the streets. I saw a video of a guy in frickin' Birkenstocks who went down to go protest for Black Lives Matter, but because he wasn't wearing the right attire, all black, they started hitting him and pushing him down. Hitting him with bats, spitting on him. This guy isn't a white supremacist. This guy isn't a neo-Nazi. This guy's wearing frickin' Birkenstocks. I'm laughing, but it's so sad. And this is just a call out. And this is something that President Trump said back in 2016. He brought the Hispanic, he brought the black, he brought the Asian, he brought all the minorities to the lowest unemployment levels in American history. He got them off the street and got them jobs. Gave them a purpose in their life. Strive to build their own businesses, entrepreneurship. Minority-owned businesses. Thriving. But these Democrat-run cities have been run for 50 plus years. And they are still absolutely filled with corruption, crime, death, despair, poverty. And you just keep voting for the same people over and over and over again. Biden said the quiet part loudly. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. If you don't vote for the white old man, you ain't black. You know what he's telling you when he says something like that? I don't have to work for your vote. I don't have to do anything because I already have your vote. I have to give you nothing. I don't owe you anything because no matter what I do, no matter how many people I throw in jail, no matter how many people I prosecute, no matter how many people I let live in those nice little bread lines that socialists love to cheer on, you're going to vote for me anyway. Because those evil Republicans are racist. Give these people a shot. Give Kimberly Klacick a shot. Phenomenal ad. Probably, if not the best ad I've ever seen in terms of politics in my life. Check it out.
Do you care about Black lives? The people that run Baltimore don't. I can prove it. Walk with me. They don't want you to see this. I'm Kim Klacick. This is Baltimore, the real Baltimore. This is the reality for Black people every single day. Crumbling infrastructure, abandoned homes, poverty, and crime. Baltimore.
Guys, those weren't shrubs, okay? Those weren't shrubs. That's just literally just weeds just growing up.
Democrat Party for 53 years.
53 years Baltimore has been run by the Democrat Party, and what does that get you? Let's see. What does it get you?
Result of their decades of leadership, Baltimore is one of the top 5 most dangerous cities in America. The murder rate in Baltimore is 10 times the U.S. average.
The murder rate in Baltimore is 10 times the U.S. average. Are you kidding me? This place has a flourishing port as well. It is the second largest port in America. This place could be thriving. It could be thriving in the healthcare system, in industry, in terms of commerce. Baltimore could be a kingpin of the East Coast and all of America. It has the second largest port in all of America. And they are squandering the opportunity and the capitalism and the greatness that this city could be. Because Democrats are corrupt. They've been running this city 50 plus years. They that know that no matter what, that the people are going to vote Democrat. Because they know they already have the black vote. They don't care about you. They don't care about that you're impoverished. They don't care that people are being murdered, that your sons and daughters are dying on the street. They don't care because they know they have your vote.
The Baltimore poverty rate is over 20%. Homicide, drug.
Over 1 in 5 people in Baltimore are impoverished. And they just keep voting in the same people over and over and over again. I'll stop talking so much, but great ad.
Drug and alcohol deaths are skyrocketing in our city. Do you believe Black Lives Matter? I do. The vast majority of crime in Baltimore is perpetrated against Black people, who make up 60% of the population. So why don't we care about our communities? The Democrat Party have betrayed the Black people of Baltimore. If the politicians walked the streets like I do, they would see exactly how their policies and corruption affects us. But they don't want to see it. They don't want you to see this. Go to any Baltimore neighborhood and ask this question. Do you want to defund the police?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. I had 3 sons killed in Baltimore.
And that's what it is with these old heads. I mean, look at these guys. These are older black gentlemen and women. And what are they saying? Is the defunding the police a good idea? A majority, this is a 60% black city. The population is majority black. The cops are majority black. The Baltimore, in terms of their politics and politicians, are majority black.
Baltimore City. And I think if we defund the police office, it's going to be worse than that. So,
but that's the thing. It's racism. The white man's holding them down. Hello. The politicians of this city are black. The cops are black. The citizenry is black. Where's the white man holding you down? You just had Obama for 8 years. Hello?
no, I'm opposed to that.
What are you going to defund the police for? Why? How do you defend your city, your community? Families are losing people.
It's not just Baltimore. The worst place for a Black person to live in America is a Democrat-controlled city. It's 2020. Name a blue city where Black people's lives have gotten better.
Fact. 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 All these Democrat-run cities that want diversity and inclusion, how have they made Black lives better? Black Lives Matter has brought in $2.2 billion, with a B, billion dollars. What have they done to make Black lives better? Show me. Because all I see is burning, looting, and murdering. 30 plus people have died since George Floyd. Is that justice? This is a joke. Try something different. Stop being indoctrinated. They realize the walk away movement. Take a look at it. It's nuts. It will open up your eyes if you are a person of color. All they want to scream is racism. Ree! Racism, ree! The white man's holding you down. It's not true. They don't want you to be self-sufficient. They want you to rely on them and rely on government for handouts. They don't want you to stand on your 2 feet. It's disgusting. Wake up.
Try. I'll wait. Look at this. How are children supposed to live here and play here? Democrats think black people are stupid. They think they can control us forever. That we won't demand better and that we'll keep voting for them forever, despite what they've done to our families and our communities. Are they right? I'm Kim Klacick, and I'm running for Congress because I actually care about black lives. All black lives matter. Our communities matter. Baltimore matters. And black people don't have to vote Democrat.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm honestly speechless. This ad is just so articulate. It's very simple. It's to the point. It gets a message across. This is a beautiful black woman that wants to represent her city and fix the corruption and problems that are going on in that area. Democrats have been running this for 50 plus years, and what do they have to show for it? Nothing. Nothing but crime, murder, poverty. This is the answer. Your politicians are never going to change. They're never going to change unless they actually have their feet to the fire. If they know that you're going to vote for them no matter what, and they don't have to work for your vote, then what incentive do they have of actually doing the things that they're going to say? They have none. Because they're beholden to no one, because they know they already have your vote. Because if you don't vote for them, you're not black. You're a coon. You're an Uncle Tom. The left likes to say they love diversity, but they don't like diversity of thought. Take a nice little experiment. Tell if you're a black person or if you're a person of color. I hate that. I hate that word. If you are a black person, tell people that you're a Trump supporter. Tell your black friends that you're a Trump supporter and see how you will be treated. Look at the vitriol that you will receive from the left. It's disgusting. Wake up. Let's bring America together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make this possible. Let's rise from the shadows of despair and come together as a nation. That's right. The coal factory is running hot. We are putting the coal in. We are burning things up, and we are showing the blatant hypocrisy that has become American politics. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Once again, my name is Lucius Coal. If you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and or comment. Please leave a comment down below. Please! About what you want to see in the next video. Excited to see you on the next stream. Love ya. Peace.